Okay, well, Chris. I mean, if we think back to 2 weeks ago, the club wasn't in the happiest of places, but it very much feels like in such a short space of time, it feels like they've come quite a long way, really, when you think about it.
Well, they've done well, no doubt about it. They've applied themselves really well and sort of changed their mindset a little bit. It was a difficult period. Lost a good man, and the players had to be professional straight away and go and perform, and that's what they've done. So big credit to them, really, because they're the ones that step over the white line.
Has that been the emphasis since yourself and Graham have come in to coach with the first team? Is the mentality for the players, has that been the focal point?
Well, just to not let disappointments remain, and just to try and put a marker down that it's a new slate for everybody. So changing a few things with the same players just to try and get a different result, and also, I suppose, telling them that they've all got a chance of playing on a Saturday. But if you do play on a Saturday and you play well, you'll keep your shirt. So they all know during the start of each week that if they train well and play well, there's every likelihood that they'll keep the shirt. But I have to say that the fans have stayed with us, and that's been a real plus. Again, Saturday it was an unbelievable following. So very thankful, all the players and staff, for that.
And while the past 3 games have been, really, really important wins, it's 3 games in a long season.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're certainly not getting carried away.
Yeah, don't get carried away.
No.
So it's important to remain focused, which I'm
It.
sure the lads and the coaching staff will be.
Absolutely, yeah. As soon as that game's finished, you're looking to the next one, looking at their threats and strengths and weaknesses, etc. So that's what we did. Post Oxford, all you're thinking about is Burton.
Yeah.
You might go and see the manager and the staff and talk about the game, but as soon as that's done and you're on the coach, it's looking at the games, and it's another good team we're playing, no doubt about it. It's got some really good players, good manager, one heck of a setup. So lots of experience in that team, and another tough game for us. What we've got going in our favour is we'll have a good crowd and fans that are hopefully with us.
As I mean, look at the scenes from not just Oxford, but the last home game, Fleetwood. To score in the last minute in any game is a huge thing, but to do it in the position the club was in. So, I'm expecting the mem's going to be bouncing.
I hope so. Yeah, it was a good moment, wasn't it? That last minute winner. It's great to win, but to score in that manner, it gave us a real good start. And the players that you have to watch it, because there's some young lads in there and they're running the socks off, so you have to be careful. But they just keep doing it at the moment, and all we keep saying is just keep focused, stay humble, and be ready for the next game, because they're all tough games. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest, because the amount of games in this short space, it's incredible.
Yeah.
For not just for our club, but all over the country, isn't it? The same. But they are doing what they've been asked to do at the moment. Their attitude's been good, and we just want to keep it going.
But the lads seem to be handling the rigours of that, because it's been the same starting lineup for the past 3 games and 3 wins. So
I mean, you can't do it forever. I think that there comes a time where some will struggle purely fatigue or injury, but the constant messages of if you've played well and you keep your place. I think that's also important, and the players out the team have to have that consistency as well. If they do get their chance and they do well, they stay in. So the attitude of all the players has been excellent, and some that are out the team, it's very difficult, isn't it, when you're not playing, but you just have to keep positive and keep thinking that you will get your chance, and when you do, you've got to take it.
And then looking specifically at Burton, what sort of game would you be expecting?
Well, good football inside, possession based, good football inside, some real threats going forward. Watched a couple of the games, and a very, very good side. So we've got to be at our best again come New Year's Day to try and get a result. So that's what we're doing. Can't do a lot, to be honest. On the training field, you can run through your patterns and look at their strengths and weaknesses, but you can't do too much, because there's a balance between keeping their energy for the main event, which is the game. So it's more based around watching perhaps some of their footage and seeing where we can implement our style. And again, it's down to, we hope the fans turn up and support the lads no matter what happens, and that's a big factor at the moment to get us winning games.